scrapbooking photographer. Welcome to my channel and thanks for stopping by. Welcome particularly to all the new subscribers. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're new here, then welcome. And a special welcome back to those that have been with me for a long time. Today we are taking part in Tuesday Inspiration, which is a collaboration between myself, Mel from Mel W Scrapping, Jen from Kaezmum Scrapbooking, and Hollie from Ivy Cole Creations. This week it was Mel's turn to provide the inspiration, and this is the mood board that she's given us. So as you can see, I have collected papers here that pretty much mirror those colours. That's how I thought I'd start today. It's a little bit of a interesting one. The photo that you will have just seen, this was only taken yesterday actually when I was in Auckland with my cousin. We went to Kelly Tarltons, and when we had these photos printed, I thought, oh no, that's exactly the colours that Mel has chosen for our mood board this week. So I thought, right, I'll put that to one side, pick out the papers and then see what I can do with them. So for the Stampin Up colours, I have chosen Night of Navy and Blackberry Bliss. Now they are both from the Neutrals family of papers. Then I've got Berry Burst and Melon Mambo from the Brights family, and Pool Party from the Subtles. So these are all white core, so they are two-sided, so if you turn them over you'll see different colours entirely, or lighter colours of what's there. And when I had a little fiddle, I thought a small outline of the Melon Mambo and then a wider outline of Night of Navy might give that a little bit of pop against something in the background. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'll trim this up and be back when it's mounted and we'll start putting it together. Okay, so we're all trimmed and I've taken out the middle of that Night of Navy piece and used that to gauge the size for the mountings. And I've done a very slim Melon Mambo outline for the photo, and I think that just helps pop. But then I have to decide what to put behind it to cover those gaps in the background piece. So the Berry Burst is a little bit pale, I think, but the Blackberry Bliss looks the best, and I think the Berry Burst will go well with Pool Party for the title. So I'll trim down this Blackberry Bliss and I'll take about 1.5 inches off two sides, and that'll give us a fairly wide frame all the way around the outside. And we can move the photo down, you'll see me just do it there, so that we get an even frame around the bottom, leaving room at the top for the title that I'll make out of these two colours there. But having used 3 colours so far, there are all the other colours that I want to use on the page and to bring out a little bit more of that glorious colour in the photo and also in Mel's mood board. So what I'm going to do is use both sides of this two-tone paper and expose the white core so that we can have little scraps of paper coming in from the side. And I think that the white core being ripped like that just sort of blends in with the look of the jellyfish. And I just have to be careful the way that you rip it when you want the white core on both sides, because as you rip it, it exposes the white core, but if you go the same way on both sides, you end up with no white core showing. So you have to play and make sure that you get it the right way round. And as you can see, I've used both sides, and that gives us effectively 6 different colours to use here without touching the Blackberry Bliss or the Night of Navy that's in the background. So I'll just dry fit them all the way around and make sure that they tuck in underneath. And I think I end up with 5 pieces down each side and along the bottom. And with that gap up the top, I'll bring in the title and use the Melon Mambo and Pool Party as well in that. And I think that will balance it with that fairly colourful bottom. So I do make the title on my Cricut machine, and I think the Pool Party looks quite good as a background to the Melon Mambo for the main title, and then I'll bring in some more Pool Party for the subtitle. So here we are with the Kelly Tarltons cut out in the Melon Mambo, and I'll just take out the offset piece so that I can give you an idea of what it will look like when it's all stuck together. And I'll just use a liquid glue to attach it. And here's the Tarltons, and I want to be able to tuck that in underneath and slightly overlap the frame of the photo. And then I'll add the T there, and the rest of the word will fit in. The offset tool is really cool on the Cricut so that you can get a background, and I have made it big enough so that I didn't have little pieces trying to be cut out inside those O's and things. And with the subtitle, The Sea Life Aquarium, I've used a different font, so it's quite a solid font, and I'll just pop that down on to the side. So I will stick all those down, and I'll just use a tape runner on the Sea Life Aquarium letters and a little bit of liquid glue on these pink pieces. Using the liquid glue just slightly on the thicker bits is enough to make it stick quite well to the offset piece, but it does often need a little dab with a paper towel, and the glue dries clear anyway, so you never notice it. And then I can use the tape runner to attach the offset pieces to the page. And I'll also use the tape runner on the more square font, and if I use that little silicone patch there, then it doesn't really matter where the tape runner goes, because anything that doesn't attach to the letters will stay on the mat, and so you only end up with the tape runner attached to the letter anyway. So that's quite a easy way to attach them, and I've used the frame to keep everything straight. Now I do like to use Stampin Up products, but they didn't have any stickers or any embellishments that really fitted with this, so I've had to resort to my stash, and I've found some jellyfish and some sharks and some turtles, which is all the great things that we saw while we were there on Sunday. And I'll just dot those around the page at various places, and I don't think it needs anything else really. It was a wonderful day, and if you're ever in Auckland and looking for something to do, then I really suggest you go and enjoy an hour or so at Kelly Tarlton's Sea Life Aquarium. So that's my page for today. Loved the mood board, thank you Mel, and loved the day in Auckland, thank you Barb. So there's a inspiration for you for Tuesday. Do look at the others and see what's there, and happy crafting everyone.